Proposed law on pregnant students in Ekiti State. Last week, the wife of the governor of Ekiti State, Mrs. Bisi Fayemi, articulated the plan of the state government to abolish the sanction previously imposed on pregnant schoolgirls in the state, while spearheading the campaign to ensure that girls complete their education in the state through a campaign tagged Operation Keep Girls in School. She was unequivocally strident in her opposition to the practice of expelling pregnant girls from school. She said, and I quote, "It is not right for teenagers to engage in sexual relationships. That's why parents must monitor their female children in school. But any schoolgirl that gets pregnant while in school will be allowed to continue her study with the pregnancy, and after delivery, she will continue schooling. Our girls must go to school." End of quote. Mr. Adimero.
Well, I really want to thank the Ekiti State government, because if you look at the statistics in Africa, we are the one that have the highest number of out-of-school children. And larger percentage of these children we are talking about
are girls.
So nobody is encouraging them to be pregnant while in school. But if it has happened, they should not be stigmatized. And the right to education must be well enforced. And if something is coming from Ekiti that is good in these regards, I think I give kudos to Gotv Ch, but it should not be a political talk. They must really engage the school officers, the management staff of different secondary schools, then the parents and the girls themselves, so that you can be able to balance. You talk to the girls, make sure you have sex education, don't involve in sex until you are ready for it. They encourage them not to get pregnant, not to be wayward. You talk to the management, because at times all those principals, vice principals, there are some terrible human beings among them. Even in Lagos that we have. In fact, there was a particular case I just finished that even the tutor general has to be begging.
I want you to expand on the terrible case among. What exactly are they up to?
You will see a principal and vice principal because a particular boy blew whistle of some set of students raping another student.
Yes, I know that story.
And he blew up the whistle. Could you know that boy was suspended? In fact, he was expelled
for blowing the whistle.
Yes, until I came in and I said that you people, there's going to be katakata here today. This boy must be reinstated, which they later did. And I told the parents, pick the school that you really want in Lagos State, that is very, very closer to you. And they agreed. And the second one is that the principal should try much as possible. Go and give the boy 1 million naira for what he has, for what the damages he has caused. Because the guy has been at home for 4 months. Which in fact the principal has been demoted now.
Okay.
Yes, I confirmed that he has been demoted, but that one should not be enough. A lot of our children are facing terrible, terrible things in schools, and that is why we as journalists, all our torchlight, we are going to beam him on all those schools.
Okay. All right. Of course, this is a policy statement, coming from Ekiti State, but we know that the wife of the governor, she's not a political appointee, neither is she an elected, okay, so how far do you really think this will go?
I mean, like he said, you people are powerful, so
you people being who?
You people being women,
You don't have to the constitution. The other are occupying it and nothing has happened.
Yes. So it could go far, and I think it will go far. Okay. I think that the state government will eventually, either legislate this or make a formal policy statement that, because the schools are their organs. So whatever policy they put out, they will have to follow. But I think we need to be careful with this issue.
Okay.
On the face of it, it looks good. But I also think we have to be wary of miscommunicating when it comes to the morality of the issue.
Okay.
So the reason underage girls are expelled is, one, that you have done something wrong. There needs to be consequence so that others will see. Then two, don't be a bad example. Don't be carrying big tummy around in school.
In the school.
Right? Right or wrong, there is the issue. I think what I would have proposed is, let there be consequence of bad behavior. Because one of the fundamental problems we have as a country is that people do bad things and get away
with it
all the time in all spheres of society, and this could be heading in that direction as well. So rather than saying you've gotten pregnant, you can stay in school, I would have rather seen a situation where you say you'll be suspended for whatever period And then whoever impregnated, look, she wasn't impregnated by a ghost now. Yes, no. Is either one other boy, an adolescent as well.
Thank you for saying that.
Or a
because,
teacher.
Sorry, I'm butting in. Thank you for saying that, because usually when the girls get pregnant, then the girl starts staying at home. She can't go to school anymore.
He is still in school.
No, the boy has to be.
So they must suspend the boy as well.
Thank you for saying
I think they should suspend the boy. If it's an adult, then he should be prosecuted.
Because
that's what they call it now, the statutory rape. Yeah. It's actually a criminal offense. So if an adult is involved, suspend him and then prosecute him. Yeah. So then I think what the woman is trying to do is to not allow the education of the child to suffer. So you can find another way of ensuring that the education does continue. But I think there should be consequence for bad behavior, so we don't communicate the wrong thing to those children in school.
I get that. All right, Chooks, what do you say?
I am struggling to agree entirely with what the senior prefect said. And I agree to the extent that we might need to show beyond just the part of punishing. Those who need to be punished are supposed to be punished. But what I don't entirely agree with is that because a child is pregnant, then she can't go to school again. It doesn't make sense. A child who is pregnant today, probably you find out when she's in pregnancy, maybe 2-3 months, can still go to school. 9 months is still a long journey. So for you to put the girl at home till she delivers, and most times she will not even come back. And some of this problem is that when she comes back and she is no longer with her set, is already another challenge for her. That she is going to step down to down school with people that are supposed to be her junior or so. So I don't entirely agree that they should be sent out of school. And another thing is, you know, there are some policies we have in Africa that are very funny. You know, because a girl is pregnant, you throw her out of school. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. You know, I see that the same way I see the fact that a child did not pass English language, you can't go to university.
Okay, all right, but we still have to put into consideration.
That's what I'm saying.
What is said about
I agree.
Showing good example and consequences for bad behavior.
There's no consequence you can give to a child than to allow her go to school with pregnancy. That's the biggest consequence.
That's the biggest shame.
Because by the time she goes through that, she won't want to try it again. You know what it means? When you keep her at home, you're actually protecting her from this.
All right, we'll come back and continue. We need to take a break for the news on the hour. When we come back, we'll be looking at the social media bill and the implication really on the citizens' right to expression. Also, petrol now sells for 600 naira at border towns. Welcome border closure. We'll be right back after this.
Well, many thanks for staying with us. You're watching the news on R on Galaxy Television. I am Justin Akadonye. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the NPower program, which consists of the NTICH, NAGO, NTech, NBuild and Creativity programs. The resolution of the House was secured to a motion presented on the floor of the Green Chambers by Honorable Oluga Taiwo with the title Urgent Need to Investigate the Arbitrariness and Possible Corruption in the NPower program of the federal government. Moving the motion during Tuesday's plenary, she noted that the federal government established the End Social Investment Program in 2015 in fulfillment of the administration's campaign promises to Nigerians. The lawmaker, however, expressed concern that in recent times there were increased cases of NPower beneficiaries/teachers who are diligent in their places of official assignment and who have no queries or negative reports, yet at the end of the month their payments are withheld.
Despite that, most of them are still diligent at their duty. They report back for the period of 10-15 months, and up till now, most of them are yet to receive their salary. And the program is still ongoing, and it's not that we're recruiting another set of people so that we know that their tenure has lapsed. Their tenure has not lapsed, yet they keep going without payment and without queries. This should be investigated.
After contributions, the House mandated its committees on sustainable development goals and youth development to immediately investigate the alleged arbitrariness in the management of the Dstv Ch program in particular and report back to the House within the next 3 weeks. The University of Ibadan has graduated 7,430 students, with 241 of them making first-class honors from various degree programs and faculties in the 2017-2018 academic session. The Vice-Chancellor of the institution, Professor Ido Olainka, was speaking during the 74th Foundation Day and Convocation ceremonies at the International Conference Center of the school, Ibadan, commended the graduates for the feat achieved in their respective course of study. In the breakdown released by the institution, the Faculty of Science has the highest number of first class, put at 46, followed by the Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry with 38, and the Faculty of Technology with 27.
That total of 241 of our students are graduating with first class honors. The Faculty of Science has the highest number for first class at 46, followed by the Faculty of Agriculture and Forestry with 38, then the Faculty of Technology is the top place with 27. Then the 241 candidates are graduating with the first class honors,
while urging them to regard the university as a springboard as well as a core to greater challenges and aspirations in life. The Vice-Chancellor tasked the graduates to prepare for future challenges, adding that they should continue to see themselves as worthy ambassadors of the institution.
Senate at its regular meeting of 22nd May 2019 approved the establishment of a new Faculty of Multidisciplinary Studies. The pioneer came in the person of Professor Isaac Olawoye Albert, a world-acclaimed scholar in peace and strategic studies, has since been appointed for the new faculty. Senate approved the establishment of an Institute of Agricultural Diseases in the College of Medicine.
Ebomiele Ofere Mary from the Department of Computer Science emerged as the best graduating student with 7.0 CP or CGPA. And now for more updates and latest news, visit our website, galaxytvonline.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/GalaxyTV Nigeria. You can follow or interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/GalaxyTV, or tweet at us at GalaxyTV. Don't forget to follow and tag us on our Instagram page at Official Galaxy TV. Our social media platforms are user-friendly and can always accommodate your live updates and comments. Well, many thanks for being a part of the news. I am Justin Akadonia. The buzz continues.
Welcome back from the news break. All right, if you're just joining us, you're watching The Buzz, midweek edition. I still have in the studios Mr. Adegbenro Nuruddin, Mr. Shegun Shokito, and Chuks Unwanne. All right, so before we took that break, we were looking at the proposed law on pregnant students in Ekiti State. All right, Chuks, yes, let's continue from where we stopped.
I was saying that it doesn't make sense to me to throw a child away from school because she's pregnant. It doesn't make sense. If not for anything, she's also carrying another human being.
True.
That needs to have educated mother. So even if you think you want to kill the girl, remember that there's a child. That if you throw the girl, she refuses to come back to school, then the child grows up to have a mother who is illiterate, who did not go to school. So, and I was saying then, I said, it's the same way I look at that. If you don't pass English language, you cannot go to university. I don't know how we arrived at that. To me, English is communication. If a child can communicate in another language, I don't have a problem. But when we now say you can't go to school until you pass English, and then you find so was it English that Chinese people were using to do technology?
I think even the English people have proved that to us now, that English doesn't belong to us.
Yes.
You know what happened with Lion's Hearts and the Oscars?
Yes.
You know, so
you go to Germany. Is there any country that is more technologically advanced than Germany? Do you need English to do engineering? It's communication you need. So somebody needs to communicate in a language you understand. So that's what we have been doing to our children. Some people will grow up come and say, why are they saying cut-off mark? My child cannot get cut-off mark because it's federal school. You go to your own state, you build state school, you do the same thing to the children. Then you say outside people, they will go to school when they have only 13, they go to school. Even ordinary 60 go to school. My child had 100 or 200, she can't get admission. But you build your own school, owned by the state government, you still do the same thing to your children. So there are so many rules that we put that this is me speaking, I don't know how they are right, but me, it doesn't make sense.
Okay. Let me quickly just for clarification, you know, because it's important that it's a delicate issue, like I said before. So there's a lot of balance that needs to happen. There is whether we like it or not, and you know, in spite of I understand where Chuks is coming from, and I agree, but there is a moral code that drives society. We must ensure that that moral code is sustained by example. So how they will instigate or structure the punishment, consequence, and is their business. But there needs to be consequence for behavior that is at variance with what we have all agreed is normal. So that's all I'm saying. You know, I don't agree that
so there has to be consequences.
Yes, somehow.
Well, some of them have said the only just thing there is that as much as there's going to be consequence, the lady must not sit at home for 1 day.
How I want to
so they can inculcate it.
Find a way.
Find a way. Because education is even more important than the punishment you want to give. And it's only in Nigeria that punishment is meant to kill.
I'm telling you.
It's not meant to kill.
It's meant to correct.
Don't forget that education is not only formal. There's moral education.
Of course.
So that's why I'm just saying, just find a way. Just make sure you strike a balance. Give the moral education.
And you know, you mentioned
education.
something quite salient, the fact that when you ask these pregnant girls to sit back at home, I mean, chances are that half of those girls never returned.
I said there was a research in the early 90s that out of those girls that are always out of schools in secondary school, only 2.5% later
returned to school.
Completed that education, talk less of even going to university.
So do you know why? If a girl is pregnant, it's enough shame to be pregnant in school. But if you carry that pregnancy and complete school, coming back to school is not
there is no shame again.
So, but when you are pregnant and people have not started seeing it, they take you out of school. You don't want to return because either you'll be breastfeeding or somebody knows
something.
So, allow this child to go through that. And like I said, that 9 months is enough punishment.
Everybody will be seeing. They will be
see. But then, how do we punish the guy who impregnated the girl?
Then
let's assume he's of the same age, you know, a minor like the girl as well.
That's what I'm saying.
How do we punish
regardless of the gender of the person involved? Let there be punishment. If you are suspending the girl for 2 months, suspend for 2 months and let her come back to school with her belly like that, so that she can suffer the shame. Then suspend the boy too. Suspend the boy too for 2 months or 1 month.
And if it's going to be
let everybody know.
There's a criminal
go to jail, prison
for that.